Alright people, what it is, it's your boy Ycs Yu-Gi-Oh! We are back with another deck profile. This time we have a top 4 Ycs Niagra Falls Labyrinth deck profile. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. We are past 1,000 subscribers. I want to shout out to y'all for the appreciation and the support for getting me there, but we will continue with the grind and let's get to the deck profile. So this deck profile, we have a 43 card main deck. For the first card we have Ariane, the Labyrinth Servant. You can send one normal trap from your hand or that set on the field to the graveyard, special one level 4 lower fiend monster from your deck in defense position except Ariane the Labyrinth Servant. If another monster leaves your field by a normal trap effect, you can draw one card, then apply this effect. From your hand, either special summon one fiend monster or set one spell or trap. You can only use your effect once per turn. Then we also play 3 Ariana the Labyrinth Servant. If this card is no more special summon, you can add one Labyrinth card from your deck to your hand except Ariana the Labyrinth Servant. If another monster leaves the field by your normal trap effect, except during damage step, you can draw one card, then you can apply this effect. From your hand, either special summon one fiend monster or set one spell / trap. You can only use each effect once per turn. Then we also have 3 areas, Labyrinth Butler. During the main phase quick effect, you can send this card from your hand or field to the graveyard. Special summon one Labyrinth monster or set one normal trap from your hand. The set normal trap can be activated in turn. When your opponent activates a card or effect in response to your card or effect activation of a normal trap or a Labyrinth card, except areas, the Labyrinth Butler. Quick effect, you activate this effect in the graveyard, special summon this card. You can only use each effect once per turn. So we play 3 of those. Then we play one lovely Labyrinth of the Silver Castle. Your opponent cannot activate monster effects in response to the activation of your normal trap cards. You can only use each of the following effects of lovely Labyrinth of the Silver Castle once per turn. You can target one normal trap in your graveyard, set it to your field, but it cannot be activated unless you control a fiend monster. If another monster leaves the field by a normal trap effect, except during the damage step, you can destroy one card in your opponent's hand at random or the field. Then we play one Lady Labyrinth of the Silver Castle, so we only play one of each of the big ladies. That's pretty interesting. While you control a set card, your opponent cannot target this card with card effects, also cannot be destroyed by your opponent card effects. You can only use each of the following effects of Lady of the Labyrinth Silver Castle once per turn. If a Labyrinth card or effect or a normal trap card was activated this turn, except Lady of the Labyrinth of the Silver Castle quick effect, you can special summon this card from your hand in defense position. When a normal trap card is activated, quick effect, you can set one normal trap with a different name directly from your deck. Then we play one Labyrinth Clock. Quick effect, you can discard this card. This turn, you can activate one normal trap that was set this turn. If you control a Labyrinth monster, if a card is sent from your hand to the graveyard to activate a normal trap card or Labyrinth card or effect, except Labyrinth Clock, while this card is in your graveyard, you can add this card to your hand or special summon it. You can only use each effect once per turn. Then we play 3 Labyrinth Chandelier. Quick effect, you can send this card from your hand or field to the graveyard, discard one card, set one Labyrinth spell / trap from your hand or deck. If a monster leaves the field by your normal trap effect while this card is in your graveyard, you can add this card to your hand. You can only use each effect once per turn. Also 3 Labyrinth Toby. Quick effect, you can send this card from your hand or field to the graveyard and discard one card, set one Labyrinth spell / trap from your hand or deck. If a monster leaves the field by your normal trap effect while this card is in your graveyard, you can special summon this card. You can only use each effect of Labyrinth Toby once per turn. Then we also have the new best card in Yu-Gi-Oh! As of right now, Charming Fuos. If you control no cards, quick effect, you can discard this card. Apply these effects this turn. Each time your opponent special summons a monster from the deck and or extra deck, immediately draw one card. Once during the end phase, if the number of cards in your hand is more than the number of cards your opponent controls plus 6, you must randomly shuffle cards from your hand into the deck. So the number in your hand equals the number your opponent controls plus 6. You can activate one of the more charming monster effect the turn you activate this card. So we'll play 3 of these. Play one Labyrinth. If you activate a set welcome Labyrinth normal trap, you can add this additional effect to that card's effect at resolution. Also, after that, destroy one card in the field. If you activate a non-Labyrinth normal trap effect during the damage step, you can special summon one fiend monster from your hand or graveyard. You can only activate each effect of Labyrinth once per turn. Then we played 3 Pot of Extravagance, basically a draw 2. We played 3 Big Welcome Labyrinth, special summon one Labyrinth monster from your hand or deck or graveyard, then return one monster you control to the hand. You can banish this card from your graveyard, then target one fiend monster you control, or if you control level 8 or higher fiend monster, you can target one card your opponent controls instead. Return that card to the hand. You can only use one big welcome Labyrinth effect per turn. One welcome Labyrinth, special summon one Labyrinth monster from your deck. Also, until the end of the next turn after this card resolves, you cannot special summon a monster from the deck or extra deck except fiend monsters. If a monster leaves the field by normal trap effect while this card is in your graveyard, except turn it was sent there, you can set this card. You can only use each effective welcome Labyrinth once per turn. Then we play 3 infinite permanents, 3 destructive Duma Cannon, change as many monsters on the field as possible to face down defense position. Then if either player controls a face-up monster, they must send all face-up monsters they control to the graveyard. Very, very good card for removal. 2 transaction rollback, pay half your life points, then target one normal trap in your graveyard. Except transaction rollback, this effect becomes that card's activation. You can banish this card from your graveyard and pay half your life points, then target one normal trap in your graveyard. This effect becomes that card's activation effect. You can only activate one transaction rollback effect, only once per turn. Then we play 3 Dominus Impulse. This card right here is nuts right here in Yu-Gi-Oh! As of right now. Probably the second best card as of right now. It's gaining a lot of popularity. If your opponent controls the card, you can activate this card from your hand. When the card effect is activated, that includes an effect that special summons a monster. Negate that effect. Then if you have a trap in your graveyard, destroy that card. If you activated this card from your hand, you cannot activate the effects of light, earth, and wind monsters for the rest of this duel. You can only activate one Dominus Impulse per turn. Then we play 3 Trap Trick. Banish one normal trap from your deck except Trap Trick and set one card with the same name directly from your deck. Also, it cannot be activated this turn. You can only activate one trap card for the rest of this turn after this card resolves. You can only activate one Trap Trick per turn. For the extra deck, we play 3 Chaos Angel. For this card's synchro summon, you could treat one light or dark monster you control as a tuner. If this card is special summon, you can target one card in the field, banish it. This card gains the effects based on the original attributes of the monster used for a synchro material. If you use a light, synchro monster you control are unaffected by monster effects activated by your opponent. If you control dark monster you control cannot be destroyed by battle. So play 3 Chaos Angels, 2 Baguskas, 3 Superstar Sled Typhon, 2 SP Little Knights, 3 Muckracker from the Underworld. Cannot be used as a link material to turn that is link summon. If a monster you control would be destroyed by battle or card effect, you contribute one fiend monster instead. You can target one fiend monster in your graveyard except Muckracker from the Underworld. Discard one card, and if you do special summon that monster, also you cannot special summon a monster for the rest of this turn except fiend monsters. You can only activate each card one effect once per turn. 1 Underworld Goddess of the Closed World. You can also use one monster your opponent controls as link material to summon this card. If this card is link summon, you can negate the effects of all face-up monsters your opponent currently controls. This link monster card is unaffected by your opponent's card effects unless they target this card once per turn when your opponent activates a card or effect that special summons a monster from the graveyard. Quick effect, negate the activation. Then we play 1 Dark, the Dark Charmer Gloomy. In the side deck, we have 3 Charming Fuos, basically draw power. 1 Bestial Magnemite, 1 Bestial Druid Swarm, 3 Nibiru the Primal Being, 3 Cosmic Cyclones, 3 Dimensional Barriers, and 3 different dimension round. And that is it for the top 4 Labyrinth Ycs Niagra Falls deck profile. So this is your boy Igrind Yu-Gi-Oh! Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. We are gaining traction real fast. We are getting the subs up. I appreciate all y'all. Live streams every Saturday. It's your boy Igrind Yu-Gi-Oh! Like, comment, subscribe. We're out.